Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, swinging your legs out of bed and realizing they feel steadier, stronger, less stiff. You walk down the hallway without that familiar wobble, without gripping the wall or thinking twice about your knees. Now imagine that feeling didn't come from hours at the gym or painful workouts, but from something you did quietly the night before, right before going to bed. That's what we're talking about today. Because what you do at night when your body is repairing, rebuilding, and restoring itself can make a powerful difference in how strong your legs feel after 60. And most people are completely missing this. If you're over 60 and you've noticed your legs don't feel as strong as they used to, if stairs feel harder, if balance feels a little off, or if you've had that subtle fear of falling creep into your mind, I want you to stay with me. Because tonight, before you go to sleep, you can start supporting your legs in a way that works with your body, not against it. And no, this isn't about expensive supplements or miracle pills. It's about understanding what your body truly needs at this stage of life and giving it the right building blocks at the right time. You see, after 60, muscle loss doesn't just happen because we're aging. It happens because the body becomes less efficient at absorbing and using certain nutrients. Bones, muscles, and nerves all depend on vitamins and minerals to communicate with each other. When even one of those is missing, legs can feel weak, heavy, or unsteady. And here's the part most people don't realize: nighttime is when your body does the majority of its repair work. So what you give it before bed matters deeply. Number 1 is magnesium. Let's take some time to really talk about magnesium, because this one nutrient alone can make a noticeable difference in how your legs feel, especially after 60. And I want you to imagine I'm sitting across from you, explaining this gently, clearly, without rushing, because this is not about information overload. This is about understanding your body. Magnesium is one of those quiet minerals that doesn't get much attention, yet your body depends on it every single day. In fact, magnesium is involved in hundreds of processes in the body, but what concerns us most today is how deeply it affects your muscles, your nerves, and your ability to move with confidence. When magnesium is low, the body struggles to relax. Muscles tighten instead of releasing. Nerves become overactive instead of calm. And that tension shows up very clearly in the legs. Many people over 60 describe their legs as feeling heavy, stiff, restless, or weak, especially at night. Some experience cramps that wake them from sleep. Others feel a deep aching in their calves or thighs that just won't settle down. Often, this is not because the muscles are damaged. It's because they are not getting the mineral they need to relax and repair. As we age, magnesium deficiency becomes very common, even in people who eat fairly well. The reason is simple. Our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing minerals. On top of that, stress, medications, sugar, caffeine, and processed foods all drain magnesium from the body. So even if you're trying to do everything right, magnesium levels can slowly decline without obvious warning signs until one day you notice your legs just don't feel right anymore. Here's something very important to understand. Muscles are designed to contract and relax. Strength does not come from constant tension. It comes from the ability to contract fully and then relax fully. Magnesium is essential for that relaxation phase. Without enough magnesium, muscles stay partially contracted. Over time, this creates fatigue, soreness, weakness, and even balance problems. The legs suffer the most because they carry the weight of the body all day. Now let's talk about nighttime, because this is where magnesium truly shines. At night, when you sleep, your body shifts into repair mode. Muscles release the tension they've accumulated during the day. Tiny muscle fibers that were stressed during walking, standing, or climbing stairs begin to rebuild. Magnesium supports this entire process. It calms the nervous system, lowers stress hormones, and allows muscles to let go. That's why magnesium is often associated with better sleep. But better sleep is not the only benefit. When sleep improves, muscle repair improves. When muscle repair improves, strength follows. You may not notice it overnight, but over weeks, legs begin to feel more cooperative, less stiff in the morning, more stable when standing up. Another key role magnesium plays is in nerve signaling. Your brain sends electrical messages to your muscles telling them when to move, when to stop, and how much force to use. Magnesium helps regulate these signals. When magnesium is low, nerves can misfire. This can lead to twitching, cramping, or a feeling that your legs are jumpy or restless, especially when you lie down at night. Many people experience what's often called restless legs, where the legs feel uncomfortable and need to move constantly. In many cases, magnesium deficiency is a major contributor. By restoring magnesium levels, the nervous system calms, and the legs finally get the message that it's safe to rest. Magnesium also supports circulation. Healthy blood flow is essential for strong legs because muscles need oxygen and nutrients to function properly. When magnesium is low, blood vessels can constrict instead of relaxing. This reduces circulation, especially to the lower extremities. Supporting magnesium levels helps blood vessels relax, improving blood flow to the legs, which can reduce fatigue and heaviness. One of the most beautiful things about magnesium is that it works gently. It doesn't force the body. It supports it. This is very much in line with a natural, holistic approach to health. Instead of stimulating or pushing the body, magnesium allows the body to return to balance. Now, I want to address something very important. Magnesium is not about taking large doses and expecting instant results. The body responds best to steady, consistent support. Think of magnesium like watering dry soil. You don't flood it once and expect everything to grow. You water it regularly, and over time, life returns. Many people notice subtle but meaningful changes. They fall asleep more easily, they wake up with less stiffness, nighttime leg cramps decrease or disappear. Walking feels smoother. Standing up from a chair feels more controlled. These are signs that the muscles and nerves are working together again. It's also worth mentioning that magnesium works best when taken in the evening, because that's when the body is naturally winding down. The nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest and repair. Magnesium supports this transition beautifully. It signals to the body that it's safe to relax, safe to rebuild. Now let's talk briefly about food, because magnesium is found in natural foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. But here's the reality. Modern farming practices have depleted magnesium from the soil. Even healthy foods don't contain as much magnesium as they once did. That's one reason supplementation has become so common, especially for older adults. Again, this is not about replacing food. It's about restoring what the body no longer gets easily. A small amount taken consistently can make a real difference. I also want to remind you that magnesium doesn't work in isolation. It interacts with other nutrients, hydration, and overall lifestyle. Drinking enough water, eating whole foods, and moving gently during the day all enhance magnesium's benefits. But even on its own, magnesium can be a powerful ally for your legs. It helps them relax, repair, and regain strength in a natural, respectful way. If you've been feeling frustrated with your legs, if you've been wondering why they don't respond the way they used to, magnesium may be one missing piece of the puzzle. Not because your body is failing, but because it's asking for support. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, think of magnesium as a signal to your body. A signal that says it's time to rest, it's time to repair, it's time to restore. And when your body receives that message night after night, strength begins to return quietly, steadily, in a way that feels natural and sustainable. This is not about quick fixes. It's about giving your body what it needs to do, what it was designed to do, even after 60. And magnesium is one of the simplest, gentlest ways to begin that journey. Number 2 is vitamin D. Now let's slow down and really talk about vitamin D, because this one is often misunderstood, underestimated, and yet incredibly important for leg strength after 60. I want you to forget, just for a moment, everything you've heard about vitamin D being just for bones, because that belief alone has caused many people to miss out on its full benefits. Vitamin D works more like a hormone than a typical vitamin. It communicates with cells all over the body, including muscle cells, nerve cells, and bone cells. And when vitamin D levels are low, the message between your brain and your muscles becomes weaker. This is one of the hidden reasons why legs can feel unsteady, shaky, or easily fatigued as we get older. Many people over 60 say things like, my legs just don't have the power they used to, or I feel weaker even though I'm still active. Very often, this has little to do with effort and a lot to do with vitamin D deficiency. Studies have consistently shown that low vitamin D levels are associated with reduced muscle strength, slower reaction time, and increased risk of falls. And the legs are usually the first place where this weakness shows up. Here's why. Your leg muscles are large, powerful muscles designed to support your entire body weight. They require strong nerve signals and proper mineral balance to contract effectively. Vitamin D helps muscle cells absorb calcium, which is essential for muscle contraction. Without enough vitamin D, calcium can't do its job properly, no matter how much of it is in your diet. This means you could be eating calcium-rich foods and still have weak muscles if vitamin D is low. The muscles simply can't access what they need. Over time, this leads to muscle fatigue, poor endurance, and that unsettling feeling that your legs might not support you the way they should. Another critical role of vitamin D is its effect on balance. Balance is not just about strength. It's about communication between your muscles, your joints, your nervous system. Vitamin D supports the tiny stabilizing muscles around your hips, knees, and ankles. These muscles fire constantly, making micro adjustments to keep you upright. When vitamin D is low, these signals slow down. That's when people begin to feel unsteady, especially on uneven surfaces or when getting up quickly. Now let's talk about aging and vitamin D production. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Even if you spend time outdoors, your body may not be making enough. On top of that, many people avoid the sun or live in areas where sunlight is limited for much of the year. This creates a perfect storm for deficiency, often without obvious symptoms until weakness sets in. What makes vitamin D especially powerful at night is its role in repair and regeneration. While you sleep, your body is constantly rebuilding bone tissue and repairing muscle fibers. Vitamin D supports this process by helping regulate calcium and phosphorus levels in the blood. These minerals are essential for maintaining strong bones and muscles, especially in the legs, which bear the most stress during the day. During deep sleep, growth and repair hormones are released. Vitamin D helps these hormones do their job efficiently. When vitamin D levels are adequate, muscles recover more fully overnight. Bones maintain their density. Joints feel more supported. This is why some people notice that when vitamin D levels improve, morning stiffness decreases and movement feels easier. Another often overlooked benefit of vitamin D is its effect on inflammation. Low-grade inflammation increases with age, and can quietly weaken muscles and joints over time. Vitamin D helps regulate the immune response and reduce unnecessary inflammation. Less inflammation means less muscle soreness, better mobility, and faster recovery after daily activities like walking or standing. I want to emphasize something important here. Vitamin D is not a stimulant. It doesn't give you a burst of energy like caffeine. Instead, it supports deep foundational strength, the kind of strength that makes you feel secure in your body, the kind that allows you to move without fear. Many people don't realize they're deficient because symptoms can be subtle. You might feel tired, weak, or a little off balance and assume it's just age, but often it's your body quietly asking for what it needs. Taking vitamin D in the evening can support the body's natural rhythm of repair. It aligns with the body's nighttime work of rebuilding tissues. And when taken consistently, it helps restore the communication between muscles and nerves that keeps legs strong and responsive. Now, a gentle word of caution. Vitamin D works best in balance. It interacts closely with magnesium and other nutrients. Magnesium, in particular, is needed to activate vitamin D in the body. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D can't be used effectively. This is why these nutrients often work better together rather than alone. Vitamin D also doesn't work overnight. This is about replenishing a reserve that may have been low for years. Over time, as levels improve, the body responds. Strength improves, confidence returns. Movement feels more natural again. I want you to think of vitamin D as a foundation vitamin. You may not feel its effects immediately, but without it, everything else struggles. With it, the body has the support it needs to function properly. If you've been doing gentle exercises, walking, or trying to stay active but still feel that your legs aren't responding, vitamin D may be a missing link. Not because you're not trying hard enough, but because your muscles need the right internal environment to grow stronger. And here's something reassuring. Supporting vitamin D is not about chasing perfection. It's about restoring balance. The body has an incredible ability to heal and strengthen when given what it needs, even after 60, even after years of depletion. So as you think about your bedtime routine, consider that vitamin D is quietly working behind the scenes while you sleep, supporting bones, strengthening muscles, improving balance, reducing inflammation, all without effort on your part. This is what natural health is really about. Not forcing the body, but cooperating with it, giving it the tools it needs, and allowing it to do what it was designed to do. Strong legs after 60 are not a dream. They are a result of proper nourishment, patience, and understanding. And vitamin D is one of the most important pieces of that puzzle. Number 3 is vitamin B12. Now let's talk about vitamin B12, because this is one of the most critical nutrients for leg strength after 60, and yet it's one of the most commonly overlooked. When people think about weak legs, they usually think about muscles or joints. Very few people think about nerves. But without healthy nerves, muscles simply cannot work properly. And vitamin B12 is essential for keeping those nerves strong, protected, and responsive. Every movement you make starts in the brain. A signal travels down the spinal cord, through the nerves, and into the muscles of your legs. That signal tells the muscles when to contract, how strongly to contract, and when to relax. Vitamin B12 plays a key role in maintaining the protective coating around nerves, called the myelin sheath. This coating allows nerve signals to travel quickly and efficiently. When B12 is low, that coating begins to break down, and signals slow or become distorted. This is one of the reasons people with low B12 often describe strange sensations in their legs. Tingling, numbness, burning, heaviness, or a feeling that the legs don't quite belong to them anymore. Some people say their feet feel disconnected from the ground. Others notice that their balance feels off, even though their muscles don't feel particularly weak. These are classic signs of nerve involvement. As we age, B12 deficiency becomes much more common, not because people stop eating foods that contain B12, but because the body becomes less able to absorb it. Stomach acid plays a crucial role in separating B12 from food, and stomach acid naturally declines with age. Certain medications, including common acid reducers and some diabetes drugs, further interfere with B12 absorption. So even if your diet hasn't changed, your B12 levels may be quietly dropping. What makes this especially concerning is that nerve damage from B12 deficiency can progress slowly and silently. At first, the symptoms are subtle. Slight weakness, mild tingling, occasional balance issues. Over time, if not addressed, these symptoms can become more pronounced. The good news is that when caught early, nerve function can often improve significantly with proper support. Vitamin B12 is deeply involved in energy production at the cellular level. Muscles need energy to contract. Nerves need energy to transmit signals. When B12 is low, energy production suffers. This can make legs feel tired even after minimal activity. Walking short distances can feel exhausting. Standing for a while can feel draining. It's not laziness or lack of willpower. It's a biochemical issue. Taking vitamin B12 in the evening supports the body's natural repair processes during sleep. While you sleep, the nervous system undergoes maintenance and repair. Damaged nerve fibers are supported. The myelin sheath is maintained. B12 provides the raw materials needed for this work. Over time, this can lead to clearer nerve signaling, better muscle coordination, and improved balance. One of the most powerful things about B12 is its effect on confidence in movement. When nerve signals are strong and reliable, you trust your legs again. You step more naturally. You hesitate less. You move with greater ease. This mental confidence feeds back into physical strength, creating a positive cycle. Vitamin B12 also plays a role in reducing homocysteine, a substance in the blood that, when elevated, is associated with nerve damage and poor circulation. By keeping homocysteine levels in check, B12 supports both nerve health and blood flow, two critical factors for strong, responsive legs. Many people notice that when B12 levels improve, they experience less numbness, fewer pins and needle sensations, and better control over their movements. Some even notice improvements in memory and mental clarity because B12 is just as important for the brain as it is for the nerves in the legs. It's important to understand that B12 deficiency does not always show up clearly on routine tests, and symptoms can exist even when levels are considered normal, but low for that individual. This is why listening to your body is so important. Persistent leg weakness, balance issues, or unusual sensations should never be dismissed as just aging. Vitamin B12 works best when taken consistently. Like the other nutrients we've discussed, it's not about a quick fix. It's about restoring a foundation that supports everything else. And when that foundation is strong, the body responds. B12 also works in harmony with other B vitamins, magnesium, and vitamin D. Together, they support muscle function, nerve health, and energy production. This synergy is what makes nighttime supplementation especially effective. While you rest, these nutrients quietly support repair and regeneration. I want to emphasize that supporting B12 is not about fear. It's about empowerment. Understanding that leg strength depends on more than muscles gives you new options. It allows you to address weakness at its root rather than just managing symptoms. If you've ever felt that your legs don't respond as quickly as they should, if you felt unsure of your footing, If you've noticed unusual sensations in your feet or calves, vitamin B12 may be an important piece of the puzzle. And here's the hopeful part. The nervous system has an incredible capacity to heal when given the right support. Even after 60. Even after years of deficiency, improvement may be gradual, but it is often very real. So as you think about your bedtime routine, remember that while you sleep. Your nervous system is working hard to keep you mobile, balanced, and safe. Vitamin B12 supports that work quietly, steadily, and effectively. Strong legs are not just about power. They're about communication. They're about clarity between your brain and your body. And vitamin B12 helps keep that conversation clear so your leg can move with confidence, stability, and strength for years to come. Before you go, I want to leave you with this thought. Your body is not failing you. It's communicating with you. And when you learn how to listen and respond with the right support, incredible changes can happen, even after 60. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, do yourself a small favor right now. Gently tap the like button. It helps this message reach others who may be struggling quietly with weak or unsteady legs and don't yet know there's another way. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Every week, I share simple, natural health insights designed to help you stay strong, confident, and independent as the years go by. No hype, no fear, just practical wisdom you can actually use. And I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, tell me which of these 3 vitamins surprised you the most. Or share what changes you've noticed in your legs over time. Your experience may be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Remember, small steps taken consistently can lead to powerful results. Be patient with your body. Be kind to yourself. And know that strength, balance, and confidence are still very much within reach. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.